Hello, I'm Junaid Ahmed Fadli. The studio is recorded for the seventh exercise for our database systems lab, which is PLSQL programming part 1. And the things that we are going to program, or the main focus is triggers and cursors. So, triggers are basically statements which are executed automatically. Then, it acts as a side effect of some other operation, whether an updation or insertion or a deletion. And cursors are database objects to manipulate data in a set on a row by row basis. They can be either implicit or explicit. Implicit are created automatically and they are mainly used for insert, delete, update, and select message statements. Explicit cursors are usually the user defined cursors for any effect that we want to take place. First question is to create a simple trigger that does not allow insert, update, or delete operation on the supplier table. Okay, so first of all, we consider the supplier table, and what we have to do is we have to take for each row if updating, then else if inserting, then else if deleting, then. So if updating, that means if we want to update any attribute in the table, we won't be allowed to do so. And we have to raise application error, updation not permitted. If we raise an application error, it displays an error, and whatever action we want that we desired for that we wrote the query for will not take place. So here in the example, we can see we get the error message as updation not permitted. Then while inserting, insertion not permitted. Then while deleting, deletion not permitted. Then we have to create a trigger that raises a user-defined error message that does not allow updating the order table. So the same thing has to be done, and we create a trigger with a new name on update or table order one. If updating, then we generate the error message, and because of this error message, this update query will not be executed, and this updation will not take place. So when we try to update here, we get the error message updation not possible. Third question is to create, is to display the supplier details whose ratings are greater than 3. Now, we don't have to use the basic one line query, we have to use cursors. So, we first of all, we declare cursor with the name supplier underscore key, and the cursor operation will be we have to select everything from the supplier table where rating is greater than 3. Now, we begin first of all, we put line as supplier details to specify what are we printing. Then we use it for clause, and we take the values from supplier key into supply. Then we create a loop, and inside the loop we print ID as supply.sid, name as supply.sname, gender, and rating as supply.rating. These are the main detail values for for the supplier, and then we end the loop and we end the execution. So for supplier rating greater than 3, we have found 4 entries. Supplier ID 5678, their names are printed, their gender and rating is 4454. Another one is also a cursor, but we have to display the product names whose order quantity is greater than 10. Okay, so we create a cursor qty underscore 10, and we have to consider the product description here, and we have to take it distinctly, because if we don't take this thing, it will take the same value multiple times. So when order quantity is greater than 10, okay, we get the product name from the product table and ordered quantity from order quantity table, and we have to join it using the product IDs, and then we begin our execution. So we take qty underscore 10 values into PROV, then we begin the loop, and inside the loop we print the product description and then we end the loop. So here for order quantity greater than 10 we get all these products: duplex table lamp, bookshelf, office desk, office chair, table lamp, keyboard, and duplex bookshelf. This one is to create a trigger to warn when the supplied quantity is greater than the ordered quantity. So for this we have to select order quantity from supply table and order quantity table. Now when we select it, we get multiple values. So to handle that, we have to create a cursor extra underscore 2d1. Then after we have created the cursor, we have taken the values inside, we begin our execution and we take the values of extra underscore 2d1 into extra variable. Inside the loop, we check if extra dot s underscore 2dy is greater than extra dot o underscore 2dy. Then we generate the error message supplier quantity higher than the ordered quantity. Then we end our if execution. Then we end loop and then we have used the colon new dot operator here to get the ordered quantity from supplier table because we are trying to insert a new value. So for that we have to use this operator. Similarly, while we are matching the product ID, there might be a change in product ID also. So for that we have to use the new product ID to match the IDs. Okay, now this has been created. Now when we are trying to insert values, uh, these are the values for SID 9, name SSF, gender F, date, product ID, quantity, and rating. For 3001 ordered quantity is given 20. Now when we are trying to supply 25, it displays the error message supplied quantity higher than the ordered quantity. Last question is to update order table whenever customer ID is updated in the customer table. So create or replace trigger and after updation on customer ID. For each row, update order 1, set customer ID equal to new customer ID. Here also there is an updation, a new value, a value is changed. So we take the colon new operator and we have to match that customer ID should match the old customer ID because unless the old customer ID matches, we cannot know which ID has to be updated and then only we can update the new ID. And then we just print a message that customer ID is updated. So here we have shown the order one table. For order ID 105, customer ID is 4. And this is the customer table with customer ID 4. Now we have created the triggers user defined message and no updates. So because of these triggers, we won't be able to update order one table. We can update the order customer table, but our ultimate aim is to update the order one table. So before updating that, we have to drop these triggers and then we update customer ID into customer table where customer name is Kathy and we update from 4 to 6. In customer table it is updated and similarly in order one table also this is updated from 4 to 6. So the implementation working of triggers and cursors have been understood and all the questions that were given to practice have been successfully compiled and created. Thank you.